After the second, we will switch to third one, that is called grid. Basically, these controls will be covered throughout this course several times, but before starting, this introduction is required, because if you don't know anything, then you cannot direct start drawing, go to the drawing purpose. In several training institutes, I have seen that they do not introduce you the interface, they do not introduce you taskbar, task pane, and direct start creating lines, circle, and different type of models, and they show your whole knowledge at the same time. But for the easy understanding and step-to-step process, introduction to interface is required. So we are moving to third one now, and that third one is called grid. Third one is called grid. If I come to the screen, then you can see here that a graph paper-like structure is appearing in the interface. A graph-like structure in the workspace, it is appearing a graph-like structure, that is called grid. And you can control size of the grid, and you can control the size of the workspace also. If you roll in your mouse, there is a roller button. If you roll up, then your space zooms, size becomes larger, and if you roll down, then your size becomes smaller. You can refer these mouse controls to the mouse control video. You can right click, you can left click, what function is performed by right click, what function is performed using left click. That I have made a special mouse control video. You can refer that for these controls. For these all controls, I will be referring during whole video for the repetition, so that student can understand. So roll up means zoom. Roller is rolled upward, then it is zoom. Roller is moved downward, that is zoom out, means is becoming a smaller size. Zoom in and zoom out can be performed using roller button also. And at the same time, if you press the roller button, pressing the roller button, you can simply pan your space. It is same pan which was present in the navigation bar. So we do not move to the navigation bar every time. Just press the roller button and your pan will be appearing there, that is instantaneously appearing, and when you leave the roller button, then it will disappear. It means you can pan. So pan and zoom can be performed using your mouse. If you roll the roller, then it will be zooming and zoom in and zoom out. If you press the roller and drag mouse, then your workspace will be moving without changing size. If your roller is moving, then it will change the size of the workspace. But if you click the roller button, then size of the workspace will not change. Origin you can drag at any place. So this was the mouse control which is required now. Now we are studying about grids. So a grid like space, you can see a very fine red line is visible from the bottom side, and at the Y you are seeing a fine green line. But if we are in 3D view, that is basically your color. If I switch to conceptual view, then you can see that your X line is in red color, Y line is in green color. That color is visible in 2D wireframe as a fine line. That is showing you that is X axis and that is Y axis. that is positive x-axis, and that is positive y-axis. And grid is visible in whole workspace. If I click on, go to the bottom side, and first one you are saying display grid drawing. It means you can turn it on, turn it off. If it is highlighted, you can see here in this task bar, some icons are highlighted with gray color and some are in black color. Basically, those are on or off. If I click on grid, that will be off and that will become black. If I click once again, then it will be highlighted. It means every button has two modes. Every button of task pane, that should be noted here. Every button of task pane has two modes. One is on. On means highlighted with gray color, highlighted, and off means black color. There are two modes. It means every task pane icon has two, either it is on, either it is off. Same time you can see the change. If I click on the grid, the backside grid is off now. It means when you need the backside grid, you can turn it on, turn it off as per your convenience. It means grid button provides you option whether you want your grid or you want to hide from the workspace. So by default grid is shown. So I will be recommending that you should turn on grid by default. It means it should be on for the beginner. It should be on for the beginner. It should be on for the beginner. As you will become familiar, then if you need to hide that, then you can hide that also. So this third one is called grid, and you can turn it on, turn it off. So the third one, grid is covered now. I will hide grid icon from here. You can see that now grid icon is disappearing, and when I will need, I will tick on. When I will cover all these which are required in 2D, then I will turn on them once again. So third one is called, fourth one is called snap mode. Snap mode, basically your grid is visible. If snap mode is off, then that is graph paper is not working. It means graph paper is appearing. But if your snap mode is off, then you cannot grip any point. You cannot grip any point. If I turn it on, then if I start drawing a line, then we can see that once your cursor is at 6, after that it will go, you can see small lines here, small lines here. You cannot go between. It means if your grid is like that, basically black color and small interface does not show correctly. So I will be coming to one node and showing you grid. Here I am drawing grid. So for the beginner, it is recommended that you work in full screen. If you resize your AutoCAD window, then several things will be calibrated, as I am showing you several things. If you change something, then your interface will be quietly different sometime. You will not be able to recognize that. You can see here everything is hidden and something new is appearing here. So I switch to full screen now, and I will be back to the original view. So we have X, Y, Z here, and we have grid here. We can turn on and off grid, and after that the fourth one is snap grid. For the snap grid, you have to make something like here. If you see the grid here are 4 grids. The size you can control the size of each of them. You can make them 1 centimeter, you can make them 1 millimeter, you can make them 1 meter. Grid size can be controlled by you. I will show you in setting in further, but for now we are going to learn about grid only. What does grid does and what does snap grid does. So there I have created 4 grid here in the OneNote window, and each corner has a point. Each corner has a point. If you turn on the grid, then this grid will be visible, but these points will not be on. If you turn on grid snap, then your cursor will move either at this corner, on first corner, or on second corner. It means your corner will be your cursor will be moving this point to this point, and you will not be able to go on this line. Your cursor will go this red point to this red point. It means your cursor will be jumping from here to here directly. It will not go to this line. And in the same way, if you go upside, then your cursor will go directly here. It means you cannot move inside the rectangular part. It means you will not be able to move in this hatched part. You will be able to jump only on the corner points if snap grid is on. It means the fourth one is your snap grid. If that is on, snap grid, if that is on, you can move on corner points only. So I have during my teaching process, students sometimes say that, sir, my cursor is jumping. Cursor is jumping means it is switching, going to this point to this point. It means they have turned on the grid snap. So for the beginner, it is recommended that you turn off the snap grid, but you should know what does it does. You should know what it does. That basically turns on the point. If you turn off, then point in the place of point, you can go everywhere. If I show this in the interface, then if I start drawing a line and snap grid is on, you can see that if I start from here, then you can see that it can go here or here or here, only 4 points. First point at the bottom, second point at this, third point at this. It means grid snap is on and your cursor will be jumping. So several students during the learning process, they tell that, sir, my cursor is jumping. It means their grid snap is on. So for beginner, I recommend that you turn off the snap grid. How it can be done? Just click on the snap grid. Now you can see that I will be able to move everywhere now. If I turn on the snap grid, then I can go here, here, here at the corner points only. It means there are two things. One is grid and second is grid snap. If grid is on, then this is visible. It means grid shows or hide the grid only. But your grid points are activated using snap grid. If snap grid is not on, then your points are not activated. Your point is not activated. So there is two buttons for the grid. One is turning grid on or off. Second is turning the grid points on or off. If your cursor is jumping, then you should turn off grid snap. Grid snap or snap grid, these are recommended in these are terms which are used in literature and in general purpose. In general purpose, we call it snap only. Snap grid, we do not say snap grid or grid snap. That is called snap, and grid is called grid. So for the easy understanding, we can understand that is snap, and first one was grid only. So by default you should turn this off. For beginner, it is recommended that turn that off. So we have covered the fourth one, that is your snap mode. Snap mode means your cursor will be jumping to point. Next one. Next is infer constraint. Infer constraint is used for 3D. Basically, it shows you perpendicular, intersection, midpoint. Symbol of that is shown by this. So fifth one is infer constraint. Infer constraint basically that is needed during the 3D. Infer constraint that is needed during the 3D, but for the beginner it should be off always. It should be off always. Otherwise, it will show you some symbols which cannot be deleted. If once a infer constraint symbol appears in the screen, then that cannot be deleted. So use this if you are an expert. So for now, we will be turning this off. So this one is a flag type icon. Flag means you annotate something. Infer constraint, this should be turned off by default. So from here I have turned off, and I will hide this infer constraint. It means infer constraint should be disabled from here permanently. So when I will come back and start turning on these icons, then also I will skip the infer constraint. Infer constraint is not required for the beginner.